Welcome to My Tea Connection Live, your place on the internet for Chinese tea education and a place to network with other like-minded tea aficionados and have a good time while you're doing it. My name's Lauren Shaw. This is my rooftop here in southern China, and I'm just about to get some tea going. I've got two bud teas today. So this is Bai Hao Yin Zhen, the nice white tea. And then I've got Jing, the nice green tea. And really the difference between these two teas as far as processing is that the green tea undergoes wok firing to halt the enzymatic processes in the leaves to stop the oxidation. Whereas the white tea is just withered. It's very simple to make white tea. It's essentially just withered in the sun, and then it's ready to rock and dried out. But yeah, there's no cooking process with this white tea. With the green tea, they cook it. Anyways, these are both bud teas. I see not big leaves, really just buds. There's a little bit more leaves on the Longjing. They've been flattened in the wok. But this Bai Hao Yin Zhen, pretty much just buds. But I've got some hot water here, but I'm going to get a fire going here. And there's Huza, the cat, and Huang Huang, the dog. And let me get this fire going here. There we go. And see if I can get that going. Yeah, it's going pretty good. Alrighty. So you don't have to rinse these teas. These teas are off. But I'd like to heat up my teaware. Kind of get any dust off my cups or anything. And I kind of wish I could use two hands, because I don't like to let the white tea sit so long. There we go, that rinsed pretty fast. A wide aperture on the Gaiwan really allows it to empty quickly. But yeah, this is just the rinse. Just kind of warming everything up. But yeah, when people in the West think about tea, we often just think of tea bags, and then that next level would be thinking of tea leaves. But then tea buds, maybe comparatively unknown. Tea buds. So these buds would become a leaf if you let them grow instead of being picked. So this is the Longjing from Shihu, Westlake region in Hangzhou. It's fascinating. Hangzhou is essentially the city that's just built up around these tea mountains. And we know the tea came first. I mean, so I wonder how much of a result, like, did the city form because of the tea? Possibly. Tea's been grown in the Hangzhou region for over 1,000 years. And there's a lot of mythology and kind of folklore associated with Longjing tea there. Solid Tank, good morning. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you for stopping by. I'm just going to get into the first infusion of these two teas. I'm going to do one at a time. So this is Bai Hao Yin Zhen, because I can't dual wield the Gaiwan with a phone in my hands. So there's infusion number 1 with the Bai Hao Yin Zhen. That's the silver needle white tea. Love this tea. It's just buds, you know. Just these delicious little white tea buds. And then go over here with the Longjing. And this is not the Longjing on my website. This was a runner-up. Didn't quite make the cut, but it's going to do just fine for me today. Look at that, beautiful. I love, I use the Gaiwan kind of a whipping motion. And so I end up with all the leaves kind of pressed into the side of the Gaiwan. It kind of flopped over there. But I like to see kind of like that ball of tea kind of pressed into the side of the Gaiwan. So let's see if I can make that happen here. Yeah, kind of like that. I just kind of like to see the little ball of tea on the side of the gallon. Hey, I'm making a video called I asked 100 live streamers for their coffee recommendation. What's your favorite coffee? Coffee and Camping stopped by. Thanks, Coffee and Camping, but you got the wrong beverage. So, tea and camping is what I would do. So here's the Bai Hao Yin Zhen. Delicious, creamy Bai Hao Yin Zhen. Yeah, my favorite coffee is tea. So yeah, thanks, Solid Tank. I didn't know how to like articulate that, but yeah, my favorite coffee is tea. And here's the Jing. Very different. This is kind of like creamy vanilla. The Jing is kind of like a little bit malty, like walnuts or something. Yeah, like walnuts. That's a good way to describe it. Probably the Bai Hao Yin Zhen is my favorite. It's just I've been kind of on a kick with it lately, and I've been doing it grandpa style a lot. So I'll just throw it into like a gaiwan, or sorry, like just throw it into a gongdao bei, pour some hot water over it, and just drink it. But yeah, both these teas, bud teas are extremely versatile. Really good for just grandpa brewing. You can just throw some of these bud teas in a mug and pour hot water over it. Really delicious. Let's see how this fire's going. It's a little bit of a mess, but we have a little fire going. That's okay. But yeah, still on that first infusion of the Bai Hao Yin Zhen, first infusion of the Jing. And yeah, they're just both great teas. It's hard to go wrong with either one. But if I had to pick one to live with forever, it would be the Bai Hao Yin Zhen. You remember that cookie called a vanilla wafer? This Bai Hao Yin Zhen always reminds me of a vanilla wafer. Kind of like a little bit like graham cracker and vanilla. And then this would be like a walnut. Maybe I'm not the best at describing these flavors, but both very nice. Thanks, Coffee and Camping. Yeah, most people in the West aren't really familiar with fine Chinese teas. So you can see like it's just like a little bud. It's the tea bud before it opens into a leaf. And kind of the same story with this one. And this one's a little bit been abused a little bit broken. But like, yeah, if you just look at that, like that's just a little bud. That if you gave it like weeks and weeks, it would grow into a leaf. And so the buds are really kind of the prime time for tea, because the bud is the most nutrient dense. I mean, l-theanine, caffeine, catechins, those phytonutrients, they're all most present in the bud. And that makes sense. I mean, bud's like this fresh growth. The tea plant all winter long is harvesting nutrients through its root system. And then in spring, it shoots out these buds to start making new leaves. And so they're super nutrient dense. The best parts of tea are in the buds, in my opinion. And, objectively too. Like if you consider l-theanine and caffeine and, catechins and polyphenols the best parts, then yeah, the best parts are in the buds. I don't drink tea at all, but when I do, I can't stop for a while. Yeah, thanks, Charlie Potatoes. And thanks, Coffee and Camping. It's not every day we get a coffee guy stopping by. And, you don't need to be afraid. We're all friends here. But yeah, my favorite coffee is tea. Solid Tank really put that well. So just rounding out the first infusion of both of these, the Jing and the Bai Hao Yin Zhen. The English names are Dragonwell and Silver Needle. Incredible information. I love to hear all that. Thank you, Coffee and Camping. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, this is gongfu tea, kind of the Chinese way to brew tea. So this is the second infusion. We do multiple rapid infusions. We don't let the leaves or buds steep for a long time. We use a lot of leaves, a lot of buds, and we do it quickly. Yeah. Yeah, Dragon Well and Silver Needle. They're like Pokemon characters or something. Gotta collect them all, guys. And here's the Silver Needle, Bai Hao Yin Zhen. And this is the second infusion of each of these. And so since we use a lot of leaf material or a lot of buds, and we're just doing these rapid infusions, this little bud escaped. See, they're kind of plumping up a little bit as we get further into the infusions. But since we use a lot of leaf material with these fast infusions, you know, you go multiple infusions. So you might get, 8, 10, 15 infusions out of a gaiwan. Now, I just put 4 leaves in, 4 grams in each. Sometimes I'll do as much as 8 grams in these little gaiwans when I'm feeling a little bit crazy. But, yeah, I didn't really want to go too hard with it. But, 4 with these bud teas is plenty, 4 grams. And these gaiwans are kind of small. So, yeah, really pleasant. Second infusion here. Really nice taste with that Bai Hao Yin Zhen. And the Long Jing. Wonderful. Really nice sunset happening right now. Tea's kind of just going behind. The trees over there. And what's the stream quality like? I'd like to know. I still haven't pulled the trigger on a new router, so I hope it's watchable. But yeah, you can see pretty birds over here. Oh, I can zoom. Yeah, nice little birds just chilling on that tree. That's cool. Didn't know you could zoom with this app. But yeah, nice sunset here in southern China. You might hear some fireworks. The Chinese New Year is coming up. And so leading up to that, there's a lot of fireworks just kids setting off fireworks. Things you just can't do in California. So funny. All right. So how's everybody doing? Where are you watching from? Solid Tank, Coffee and Camping, Charlie Potatoes. Where are you guys? It must be early morning in America. It's kind of funny, that TikTok ban. It was like banned for like 20 hours. It's so funny. Governments. What will they try next? Florida, right on. In Mandarin, they say Florida, 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 Florida. Cool. 4:40 a.m. We got Jocko Willink over here in Florida. All right, Jocko, go hit it. Solid Tank Jocko in the house. 3:40 a.m. in Texas. Okay, Manuel is beating Solid Tank. Wow. Manuel is just crushing his morning routine. That is so early. That is really early. Stream's a bit pixelated. Thank you for telling me. Thank you. Sorry about that. I'm in the process of acquiring a more powerful router. And sorry about that. Yeah, we can look forward to better streams in the future. Infusion number 3 of both these bad boys. I think my phone is a Wi-Fi 6E. I'm using a 6-year-old Galaxy S10 Plus, which is really kind of shameful. Actually, I had people in America send me a new phone, an S23 Ultra, which is still like a 2-year-old phone now. But should be a little bit better. It's still Wi-Fi 6E, but I'm gonna get a big old Wi-Fi 7 router and see what that does. But yeah, the Chinese internet's pretty fast, and my VPN is pretty fast. The weak link right now, I believe, is my router, and it's going through this concrete roof. So that's what's happening there. Emmanuel, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for waking up. I know you had your notification set. Your alarm started going off, and you just popped out of bed to watch this live stream, and I really appreciate that, Emmanuel. Really a lot of commitment and dedication. Thank you. Thank you for that. But yeah, we're just enjoying some bud teas here. We got Bai Hao Yin Zhen, not the one on my website. And Longjing, not the one on my website. That's kind of funny. Yeah, I end up with all these extra teas. It just didn't make the cut. But they're good enough for me to drink. And this is Infusion 3. They're very similar, these, the infusions, kind of very similar coloring. The Longjing is a little bit darker. 142 in California. Okay, Edgar is really, he's pulling an all-nighter. Pulling an all-nighter. Working graveyard shift at the La Quinta. Thank you for stopping by, Edgar. Really appreciate that. Thanks, Emmanuel. They're pretty fun. Yeah, moving to China, there was a lot of red flags. Like this one right there. Do you see that red flag? I'm looking at a red flag. It's right there. That's funny. I like to make that joke. There were red flags. There were a lot of red flags, actually. Yeah, Sam, Solid Tank. Yeah, there's something nice about that. It feels kind of cleansing. Like, once you've been having all these heavy red teas and Liu Baos, Shai Hong, coming to a nice... And I'm not, like, going crazy with the quantity here. Just 4 grams in each of these kind of smaller gaiwans. You can see it's kind of a smaller gaiwan. Yeah, 4 grams of a bud tea is fine. It's really good for these little gaiwans. Yeah, it feels kind of cleansing and clean and refreshing and all that. Let's do an air quality check today. It's pretty good. It's okay, in general, air quality in the winter is worse. But it's okay. I have a nice air purifier roaring in my apartment all day. And when I do tea packing, I run that HEPA, super powerful. Yeah, I wanted to make a video maybe in the future about how I pack my tea. And yeah, I run HEPA filters and I do humidity control. I think it's important to pack tea in like 40% humidity or less. And here in Shenzhen, like, you're gonna have to work to get that humidity down. So I have a big old dehumidifier that goes and air purifier just blasting. And that's the condition. And usually I have an AC going too. So cool, dry, clean air is what's going into those pouches with that tea. Edgar, drink tea every day of my life. I don't give a shit. Pardon my French. Or was that Mandarin? I don't know. 你好，欢迎光临。你可以看我喝茶。过来。喝茶。So yeah, just finishing Infusion 2 with these 2 lovely bud teas. Gosh, I'm gonna babysitting over here. Finish this Longjing here. these cups are not the same size, so. And I'm just doing shots of it at this point. Bottoms up. Ganbei. Thanks for remarking on that, Solid Tank. Yeah, there's something satisfying about these white teas and these green teas. And using less leaf. And just kind of having a cleansing session. And your teeth will appreciate it too. Speaking of teeth, I need to get my teeth cleaned for my career as a YouTuber. Just been drinking too much tea for too long. But yeah, you can pop over in China and get your teeth cleaned for about $50. And last time I had my teeth cleaned was in the country of Georgia in Eastern Europe. I went there during COVID. And yeah, I had 2 people work on my teeth for like 2 hours for like $50. It was an incredible value. And the dentist was even like trained in America. So this guy was like top of his class, really smart guy. Made my teeth shine. This is the 3rd infusion. Yeah, I drink a lot of dark tea too. You know, red tea, black tea, you know, whatever. I wish we could standardize the nomenclature and just adopt the way the Chinese call it. You know, black tea in the West is red tea in China. Let's just call it red tea. You know, because it's obviously just a lost in translation, because it started here. So you should use the nomenclature of the origin. And then, because in China, black tea translates to hei cha, which is the fermented tea. Like pu'er is a black tea. So it just complicates the communication. So yeah, but these things take time. I'm sure another once tea has a big boom, when Chinese tea has its day, and it'll come. Mark my words. We'll all be calling it red tea. But, you know, I'm kind of contradicting myself because I use the nomenclature oolong, which is O-O-L-O-N-G. And that's, like, improper. It's, the pinyin is wulong, and the W-U. And lapsing sushong is just kind of a bastardization, mispronunciation of Jingshan Xiaozhong, which is what they call lapsing sushong in Mandarin. Jingshan Xiaozhong. So, yeah, rojo. Cha rojo. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, everybody. Why are you all so early? So Edgar, have you just not gone to sleep yet? Out there in California? And then Emmanuel's up super early for what he does. It's a little bit of a secret. But that's cool. Yeah, sorry about the obscure times. I just try to catch this sunset out here because I feel like it looks beautiful and it's super relaxing. But eventually I might even do like 2 live sessions a day. I might do one in the evening in America, and that would be like something I do probably indoors. And then I might do a second one on the rooftop like I am now. But I don't know. I don't know how rambly I can really get. I don't want to, turn people off. I can just kind of get kind of rambly. And honestly, I should probably prepare more. But yeah, I mean, today I just wanted to kind of expose people to the bud teas, which, if you're new to tea, you might not even think that looks like tea. But that's tea. That's tea. anyways, yeah, and the only difference, what makes this a white tea and what makes this a green tea is the processing. The green tea is wok-fired to halt oxidation, and the white tea is simply sun-withered and dried. So there's no cooking with the white tea. So it'll continue to oxidize. So like in 10 years, like this will probably be mostly brown, but in 10 years, this will still be mostly green. There's more enzymatic activity still occurring in this white tea than in the green tea, because it hasn't been cooked. Don't know if I've explained that adequately. Anyways, yep, just here on my rooftop here in China, you got this dog, Huang Huang. Good go, Huang Huang. Aww. Good go, Huang Huang. Aww, she might want a belly rub. And then this black cat here, just a great cat. Saved this cat's life. Time to have his face cleaned, it looks like. What a great cat. This cat is like twice the size it was a month ago. Or like 2 months ago. It was really intense. Like, it was losing hair. It was like really, it had like a bald patch on top of its head. This eye was really cloudy. Very thin, weak. Totally a fix and flipper. Fix and flip. This cat. I think it's fat now. This cat is just thriving. Absolutely thriving. And this dog too. Maybe it's dead. Uh-huh. You still alive? Yep, she's still with us. She's getting older now. Look at these cool animals. Yeah, this cat's pretty special. These are our fix and flip animals. You get them on the streets, tick-ridden and skinny, and then they just turn into great pets. So let me finish this infusion 3, I believe. We're still on infusion 3. And the sun's starting to go down now. I'm going to turn this light on over here because it messes with the camera and actually makes the sky look more beautiful. But yeah, I do have a new router coming just as soon as I can. I'm going to get that new router roaring, and it should improve the quality of these streams. And then I also have a new phone coming, which might improve the quality of the streams also. So just a steady flow of tech upgrades coming. But yeah, right now I'm on this, the router the cable company just gives you, just the cheapest, crappiest router. And a 6-year-old smartphone. So it's just a miracle that we're able to even make this happen. I think the audio quality is decent though. I have a nice microphone. Yeah, it's got the look. Yeah, thank you, Solid Tank. I should make some content with that cat. I think that cat's over there now. Yeah, I was thinking about getting the cat in front of the green screen. Thank you, Solid Tank. Yeah, audio is important, so I'm glad I can do that. Yeah, I was going to put the cat in front of the green screen and just on the occasional video, just slip him in doing something. Really cute cat. At night, it just totally blends in, and you just see these like, piercing gold eyes. Who's that? That's Huang Huang, not who's that? Huh? Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Cute cat. So cute. All right. Let's put infusion 3 down for the count. All right. Infusion 4. We're keeping it going. The sky's really starting to get kind of more peachy. Infusion number 4, Bai Hao Yin Zhen. Thank you. I'm glad I can slot right into some preconceived notion. As an anime protagonist, those are my main character assistant animals. My main battle dog is downstairs. He's much larger. His mouth and feet are twice the size of hers. But yeah, my main battle dog downstairs, her son, was actually born in my bed, if you'll believe that, while I was in India. Come back to a litter of puppies. All right, infusion number 4, Bai Hao Yin Zhen. Infusion number 4, Jing. But yeah, just hope everyone's doing well out there. Do you guys drink bud teas? I think my fire's kind of gone now. That's all right. But yeah, I go through phases where, there's like a couple weeks where I was just Bai Hao Yin Zhen every day. Just really got into it, and I was doing it grandpa style with a really large, like a 1 liter gongfu, like a pitcher. Then I just grab like a handful of Bai Hao Yin Zhen, throw it in the pitcher, and just hit it with the hot water. So easy. And it's like, oh, when is it ready to drink? And well, when the buds kind of start going to the bottom, like, it's ready. And so that was cool. Yeah, you need to try some bud tea. Jing, Bai Hao Yin Zhen. These are kind of the more popular, well-known, very delicious, readily available bud teas. I actually like to chew on the buds too. Like, they're just kind of delicious, and like, I like the texture. So I'm just gonna eat this one. Nice. Anyways, I'm gonna try to milk these a little bit more. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, everybody. At crazy times. Really cool that you guys are waking up early. I've been just battling, trying to keep the waking up at 5 thing going, and I'm really inconsistent with it. So I need to get my inner David Goggins and Jocko Willink going a little harder, and just be like, how much do you want to be successful? Not enough to wake up early, I guess. But yeah, my perfect day is waking up at 5 and then hiking up that mountain for 2.5 hours with my battle dog, my main battle dog, and then coming home, lifting weights, yoga, meditation, just like everything. But yeah, I've been having some consistency issues, like so many of us, right? I think just keep trying, right? Or maybe don't try, maybe do, right? There is no try. Either do or do not. Does the mountain look good, or does the tea look good? Thanks, Cocoa Culture. The mountain or the tea or this this can't be natural. Look at the way this bamboo grows. Is that in nature? I don't know. I don't know if it's like grown to look like that or it's natural formation. But yeah, check out my lemon tree. Look at those big old lemons. And yeah, I would show you my tea plants, but I don't want to talk about that right now. They had a rough summer. Fibonacci. Yeah, there's a golden ratio going on here. Back into hardcore mode this spring. Solid tank, that is what I like to hear. That gets me excited. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not putting out the content with the consistency, the videos with the consistency that I want. And I'm behind on a couple things for the website. So yeah, get back to waking up at 5, get back to crushing it. I am losing some weight. That's good. I'm really trying to just shred down this year. I'm actually trying to lose a lot of weight. But I'm just kind of starting with that. Yeah, dude, 2025 is my year. And your year, Solid Tank. In cocoa culture, 2025 is going to be your year too. And Emmanuel, it's also your year. And Edgar, out in California, it's also your year. Let's crush 2025 with some delicious tea. And that's going to mean different things to different people. What does crushing it mean to you? To me, it's like waking up early, consistency. You know, I put in all these systems. I created all these new systems in 2024 for my website and my videos, all these new systems. And now it's just a matter of increasing the volume and consistency. So I don't even have to do that much like crazy, abstract, divergent, new, creative problem solving. I really just need to like up the volume and get super consistent. Discipline. So that's what I'm really focusing on 2025. Oh, Emmanuel, you should have asked, man. Yeah, these are fat lemons. Yeah, really cool. Yeah, my wife has really the green thumb. And I tried to do some gardening up here, and the results were not pleasing. But she's made it much more beautiful. I mean, this spring is just going to be intense. We have all these plants that are just kind of ready to go to like break out in the spring. Just like this YouTube channel is going to just break out in the spring with a bunch of long videos coming. But yeah, Emmanuel, thanks for stopping by. Wasn't sure if you were still watching. But yeah, Bai Hao Yin Zhen, Long Jing, green tea, rooftop in China, animals, sun going down. But I have miles to go before I sleep. Miles to go before I sleep. I'm just finishing up some green screen scripts for the next 7 Chinese teas. And so I'm going to finish those when I get downstairs. And then my little daily tea session video for today. I just need to record audio for that and then edit it. And then I should be home free, bud. But yeah, I didn't get the listing up for the tea club yet. And I didn't get the review app for the website yet. So you can have like reviews of the teas on the listings. Like, I think that's gonna be really cool. I really want to get everyone's opinion. Like, so many people have had my tea now, but you can't like go to the website and read any reviews. So I'm gonna change that. And then everybody that bought tea so far will get like an email incentivizing them to leave a review with some like discount. Like, I think I'm gonna make it, you get 15% off if you leave a picture review, and then you get like 25% off if you leave a video review. I think that'd be pretty cool. I think people would like to see cool reviews of the teas on the website. And although the website teas will change with some decent frequency, you know, just having 1 or 2 reviews on a tea, like, I think that can help. But yeah, we've gone 40 minutes now. I'm just ran too much, but yeah, this is it up here. Feeling kind of perked up. I was really tired in the afternoon today. Feeling pretty perked up. These two teas, bud teas, seem to get me going. There tends to be more caffeine in bud teas, so although it's just 4 grams of each, it's a pretty potent session. Yeah, I mean, like, you're gonna spend time doing a review, like, for what? So if you're gonna place like a $50 order, like, and you make it like a little, like, I don't know, 10 or 20 second video review, then it could save you like, you know, $10 to $12.50 on a $50 order. 25% off is pretty substantial. Thanks, Cocoa Culture. That's a great question. So I'm not like an expert at describing flavors, like a professional taster or something. But yeah, I mean, so they're both different. The mouthfeel is what really strikes me in this Bai Hao Yin Zhen. The texture. In the beginning, you're hit with all those trichomes, which just kind of coat the mouth. It feels really creamy and smooth. But then kind of deeper into the infusions, there's not as many of those trichomes. And so it feels more like a astringent, kind of drying. It feels kind of clean and dry as opposed to like coating. Yeah, so that's the biggest difference with his white tea. The first couple infusions are really creamy and kind of thick. Feels like it coats your mouth. And then later it just feels like it cleans and dries your mouth. And then this Longjing, really like nutty in the beginning. And now it's just a little bit more kind of like a citrus initial citrusy, and then kind of finish is like a little bit bitter aftertaste, but in a good way. It's always interesting to hear people describe flavors and aromas, and you're just like using these words to try to, you know, I don't know. I'm not really. I think I need to read a book or something on that. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for stopping by. Cocoa Culture. Solid Tank is just crushing 2025. Really cool. Yeah, man. Let's make 2025 really memorable. For me, 2024 laid down a lot of new systems. Came out of my shell, started posting on the internet. Got a website up. These are huge things for me. 2025 is about volume for me and just growing everything. Just more. So we already started a bunch of stuff. Now it's just more and consistent. So I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm doing that. So I wasn't doing live last year, so I'm going live every day now. And thanks for stopping by. Watch me on my rooftop here in China with my tea. I know you have a lot of choices when it comes to watching unemployed people ramble. But I want to thank you for choosing to let my ramble be a part of your day. Yeah, let's do it, Cocoa Culture and Solid Tank and Emmanuel and Edgar. Let's crush 2025. Man, I love tea. Tea is like the optimal beverage for crushing your goals. No hangovers, just clean mind state, clean energy, focus, crushing it. Absolutely murdering the game with tea as your companion. And I would keep going with these teas, but I'm actually out of water now. Yeah, this dual Gaiwan. I was not prepared for that volume of fluids. Yeah, solid tank. Thank you. Yeah, there's so much really interesting history with tea. Civilization was built on tea. I think you are right, sir. I read that book, For All the Tea in China, about Robert Fortune. I forget the author's name, the lady. But, yeah, the story of Robert Fortune, really interesting. Totally, like, reshaped India and this part of the world. And then, of course, the American Revolution. You know, those tea stamps, those stamp taxes on the tea. All really interesting stuff. And then, I mean, the reason America became a coffee culture is because the UK, or England, the British Empire, blockaded tea imports into America. So going to coffee was like this rebellious, like, you know, screw you, redcoats. You know, we don't need your bloody tea. And so they went to coffee. And it was really kind of like out of necessity. Like, it was just difficult to get tea into the country because all the tea went from Asia to England, then to the US. And so that was just totally cut off during the Revolutionary War. And you cut off a man's tea, I mean, that's a fight to the death right there. You know, give me liberty with tea, or give me death, I always say. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for stopping by. Emmanuel, Edgar, Solid Tank, Cocoa Culture. Even had a coffee guy stop by and ask me what my favorite coffee was. Yeah, what was it? Coffee and camping. And then Solid Tank very eloquently stated, my favorite coffee is tea. Well put. Yeah, that's my favorite coffee. Tea. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for stopping by. I'm going to leave you with this lovely little ball of buds. Little bud ball. And there's that cat up to something. This dog waiting by the door over here. I'll just leave you with these lovely buds. Thank you so much for stopping by, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.